Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please stand and join Jamie Van Haren in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the
Please be seated. Faculty, students, parents and relatives, distinguished guests, and friends of the university, I am delighted to welcome you to the 182nd Commencement of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. This year is the 143rd anniversary of the founding of the first normal school. This was the birth of what has today become the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. During these 143 years, over 46,000 students have received degrees from this outstanding institution. This afternoon, we will confer undergraduate degrees to 365 students. At this morning's ceremony, we awarded over 100 master's degrees and just over 300 bachelor's degrees. Today, in total, we will award nearly 600 degrees. Of those 600 degrees, 800 degrees, 150 are master's degrees. Commencement is a celebration of accomplishment, of success. It is a time for students, faculty, family, and friends to remember, to reflect, and to anticipate the future as these candidates accept their degrees and their new role as alumni of this institution. Graduates, this is truly a special day. Today you begin a new phase of your life. We offer our sincere congratulations to all. There is a unique group of families that have joined us. These are the parents and siblings of our international graduates. The international graduates are wearing a white flag stole displaying the U.S. flag and the flag of their home country. Please join me in congratulating these students and in welcoming their families to our campus. The graduating senior chosen from the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science to deliver the valedictorian address today is Mr. Stephen Prouty. Stephen is graduating with a major in civil engineering. Steve is earning his second bachelor's degree today. He previously graduated from UW-Stevens Point. Since July of '99, Stephen has been employed by the Wisconsin State Patrol. During his career with the State Patrol, Stephen pursued training in crash scene investigation. He earned full accreditation from the Commission for Traffic Accident Reconstruction in 2003 and has been an instructor at the Wisconsin State Patrol Academy since 2004. On leave from the Technical Reconstruction Unit of the Wisconsin State Patrol Academy, Steve came to Platteville in January of '06 to augment his technical skills and to develop a more thorough knowledge of roadways. He has been active in a number of student organizations and is an inductee in several honor societies. Steve, we extend our best wishes to you, and we look forward to the message that you will share. Mr. Stephen Prouty.
Thank you, Chancellor. Before we go any further, I would like to ask my classmates to take a moment, look around, even look up into the stands, see if you can find your friends, family, and loved ones. Let it sink in for a minute that you have actually made it. What you have worked so hard for over the last several years has finally arrived. Before you know it, this ceremony will be over, and you'll be moving on and beginning the next chapter in your lives. While I do want you to remember that this day is about you and what you have accomplished, I also want you to remember who has been with you on this part of your journey. Several months ago, I was asked by several classmates and a few professors if I would consider speaking at today's commencement. I have to admit that at first, I really wasn't sure what I would talk about and why anyone would even want to listen to what I might have to say. Sure, I had given numerous presentations to large audiences before, but there was always an underlying topic that they wanted to learn more about. Then over the next several weeks, I began thinking about it and realized that not being a quote-unquote traditional student, I might just have something to offer. In fact, I probably look more like the audience than I do my classmates. And what I say applies as much to you as it does to the graduates. Now, as most of you can imagine, making the decision to return to school for another degree was both difficult and at times overwhelming. When I came to UWP 3.5 years ago, I had already received a degree from UW-Stevens Point and even graduated from the Wisconsin State Patrol Academy. I had taken a leave of absence from a successful career to return to school. My wife of only 3 months quit her job and began to search for new employment in the Platteville area. We even purchased our first home just one day before cutting our income by more than half. I have often been asked why I decided to return to school, and while it's a lengthy story for which I'll spare you most of the details, it boils down to the desire to provide myself and my wife with a greater range of opportunities, both personally and professionally. The difficult decision to return to school, however, became much easier to make when I followed 3 simple pieces of advice that I had accumulated over the years. The first piece of advice came from my father shortly before my high school graduation. He said, no matter what you choose to do in life, you have to enjoy it. He told me that if you don't enjoy what you're doing, it'll be very difficult to get out of bed each morning. The second piece of advice came from my financial advisor. He told me to go somewhere quiet, to close my eyes, and think about what I wanted to be doing in 10 years. And once I'd figured that out, to do whatever it takes to make it happen. The third piece of advice came from my fiancée at the time, the woman who is now my beautiful wife. She said, you need to stop talking about it and start doing something about it. I thought I would share those pieces of advice with you because whether you're just heading out to begin your first career or if you are considering a change in careers, I hope you might find them as helpful as I did. You will get out of bed to go to work approximately 10,000 times over the course of your careers. Somewhere along the line, if you realize that you don't like getting out and going to work, then you have to ask yourself, why are you doing it? Sure, I could dwell on the fact that I have already used up about 2,500 of my mornings, but instead, I'm looking forward to the fact that I still have 7,500 left. So once I had returned to school, I wondered if I would fit in or if I would just be the old guy. I wondered if I would even be able to handle being back in school after having graduated from Stevens Point almost 9 years earlier. And believe me, for the first year or so, there was more than one time that I had second thoughts about being here. But one thing that making it through the State Patrol Academy taught me is that no matter how hard things may seem right now, they will get easier. Whether you're searching for your first job or whether you already have a job and are considering a career change, don't give up. Things will eventually work themselves out. Now, at the beginning of a semester, if I would look at a course syllabus and feel overwhelmed by the projects or exams that were headed my way, I did what I did back in the academy. I would just start taking things one week, day, or even hour at a time. I'm sure that all of my classmates have felt overwhelmed numerous times while making their way through the engineering program here at UWP. But every one of them has persevered and fought to earn the privilege to say they are graduating from UW-Platteville. For that, I would like to be one of the first to congratulate them on their success and wish them the best in their future. I would also like to tell you not to be afraid to make sacrifices to help yourself or your family get ahead or better themselves. My wife certainly sacrificed a lot so that I could return to school, and for that I will always be grateful. Now I would like to leave you with one final thought. That is, some of your biggest regrets in life will be the risks you never take.
Thank you, Steve. The graduating senior from the College of Liberal Arts and Education chosen to deliver the valedictory address today is Mr. Eugene Worley. Eugene is graduating with a degree in criminal justice. Eugene has excelled in and out of the pioneer classroom. He is a member of several honor societies and received a number of awards, including the UWP Excellence in Leadership Award. Eugene has been very involved in campus governance, serving for 3 years on the Segregated University Allocation Committee. He has also been active in the Criminal Justice Association for 4 years, serving 2 years as president. Eugene is a 4-year member of Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity. He has held a number of leadership positions within the organization and has been named Most Valuable Member. Eugene, please accept our congratulations. We look forward to your comments. Mr. Eugene Worley.
Thank you, Chancellor Markey. Today, I have the honor to address and somehow provide inspiration and motivation to all of my fellow graduates. Sitting before me is an extremely diverse group of students who have all earned a degree in a wide variety of fields. Therefore, I realize that there is really nothing that I can say that will inspire and motivate absolutely every one of you in this room today. But I would like you to remember that our experiences at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville has unified all of us, as well as the past and future graduates of this university, so that no matter where life takes us, we will all be sharing one thing. We are all graduates of UWP. For many of us today, it marks a substantial step, as well as an end to an important chapter in our lives. Yet it is also the beginning of the next step and the next chapter in our lives. All of us will be going on to new things, new careers, new places, and even new schools. Throughout these 4 or 5 years that we have been here, many of us have learned that college is a balancing act. Classes, organizations, a job, or even 2 or 3, friends, and of course having fun. The rest of your lives will be defined by how you balance your family, friends, career, commitments, and your enjoyment. It is so important to keep these items in balance, yet it is also very difficult to sustain that balance. But college is not the only part of this balancing act. It is made up of every component of your life and requires your attention at all times. I know from personal experience that it is easy to fall into the trap of losing touch with family, friends, life, and personal enjoyment. I have succeeded in many things throughout my college career, but every once in a while, I would catch myself failing at this balancing act. Remembering this balance is important as you continue with your life, because it will determine the differences between having a life that is filled with stress, frustration, and regret, or a life that is filled with enjoyment, satisfaction, and adventure. From this day forward, we all control our own destiny and the opportunities that each of you have in front of you. You'll decide where you take your lives, and no one else can make that decision for you. I hope that all of you pursue and succeed at your dreams, whatever they may be. And I understand that today I am just one more person on a long list of people and speeches between you and your diplomas. So I will just share a couple of the pointers that I've gathered during my time here at Platteville. Work hard, have fun, and don't give up on your dreams. Try not to overcomplicate everything. Some things are just meant to be kept simple. If you make a mistake, laugh, let it go, and move on. Establish what you want in life and go get it. Just don't forget to take a break every now and then to have fun along the way. Give back to your community, say please and thank you, and set a good example. Because remember that we are the next generation of leaders and need to show people what that means. Don't let fear, closed-mindedness, or other people restrict you and your dreams. Listen to your conscience, no matter how much you may want it to be wrong sometimes. And be successful according to your own definition of success. I would like to thank everyone here today, the family, the friends, faculty and staff, and honored guests for your support and guidance along the way, as well as your continued support as we all embark on our new journeys. Congratulations to my fellow graduates. Today is a long day in the making, so I know you'll all celebrate accordingly. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and let's show everyone what graduates of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville can do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eugene. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Fred Jekyll, our principal speaker. Mr. Jekyll is the retired CEO of Jekyll Wholesale, a company founded over 50 years ago by his parents. Based in Madison, Jekyll Wholesale serves clients in 10 Midwestern states, a distributor of flooring and decorative surfaces. Fred serves as president of the Wisconsin Floor Covering Association and has served on its board for 15 years. Fred is an active Pioneer alumnus, serving as a volunteer on the UW-Platteville Foundation Board and is currently board chair. In speaking of his service, Fred notes that he's enjoyed working with others who have a similar interest and passion for UWP, and noted that it is truly gratifying to see firsthand how private gifts and grants benefit UWP's programs, facilities, and students. Thank you, Fred, for all that you do to make UW-Platteville a great place. We look forward to your message that you'll share with the graduates today.
Thank you, Chancellor. It's truly an honor to be selected to speak to this graduating class today. And parents, for a minute I want to talk to you and tell you that as your sons and daughters were out in the Fieldhouse, as they were marching in or coming up to this room for this commencement, that the faculty from their various colleges were lined up on both sides applauding them. And I think that's just a wonderful, wonderful tribute for our faculty to pay to these graduating seniors, and they're well-deserved. I want to congratulate all you graduates on what you've accomplished. Today is a day you deserve to celebrate. You've worked very, very hard for what you've achieved here. You're going to be getting your degree, and your degree is your ticket to start your chosen career. Also important are the many friendships that you have made while here at UW-Platteville. Today I want to talk to you about three things. I want to talk to you about starting your career in this current economy. I want to talk to you about ethics, and I want to talk to you about UW-Platteville. For those of you that are entering the workforce now, I'm sure you're doing so with a little bit of apprehension because this is certainly unprecedented economic times. I personally have lived through 5 recessions. However, this one is a little different in that there are some unique challenges that we face. Some people try to place blame for this, what happened on a person or a group of people or an institution. But the reality is we are where we are today because our financial system failed to adequately assess the risk that was being taken. I want you to know, though, that there are some positive things that will come out of this recession. Each of us and all of us will learn, and all of us will take part in unscrambling and correcting this mess that we currently are in. I also want to acknowledge that there are many positives for you right now, actually positives. Look at it this way. First of all, you probably don't own a home that has lost 10, 20, or 30% of its value over the last 2 years. Secondly, you probably don't have a mortgage that could be underwater where your outstanding balance is more than your house is worth. Third, you don't own or have a retirement account that has lost 20, 30, 40, or 50% of its value in this last year. In fact, as you embark on your career, should you choose to start saving for retirement right away, and I would recommend that, it's a good time. You're going to be buying things on the cheap. Much better to buy when prices have gone down than when they're at their highest level. Last, if you decide to buy a home now or sometime in the future, the prices have corrected, and they'll be more affordable than they would have been had we continued to have escalating prices as we had in the past. Granted, they might be more than they are right now, depending on how long you wait, but they will be lower than they would have been had this recession not corrected the prices. With each passing generation, our society has become more specialized and interdependent. Knowledge has been increasing at exponential rates, but the good news is that access to that knowledge is very easy and is instantaneous, pretty much thanks to the internet and to technology. In the past, my generation had to go to the library when we didn't know something or needed more information, or we had to buy a book, or we had to call someone that had the answers. Today, it's much easier. That information is readily available from your desk or even from your iPhone or your BlackBerry. The thing is that knowledge will continue to increase. In fact, as graduates and working in your career, that knowledge base, you will contribute to that and it will continue to grow. The implication here for you is that your education does not stop with this graduation. You will need to stay on top of things and you will need to continue your education as you move on in life. Many graduates have great ambitions, and they should. They want to make a difference. All of you want to make a difference. Some people want to change the world, and they really want to make an impact, and that's admirable. Some people already have done that. What comes to mind are people like Abraham Lincoln, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr., the great artists and composers, to name a few. Even Philip Strike, who you may have come to know in Platteville, might be in this category. However, though all of you won't make the history books, although some of you will, I want to assure you that each and every one of you will contribute and will make a difference, whether that's your intention or not. All of you will contribute to the greater good. Remember, big projects and big things are built one small piece at a time, and it takes many, many people. Some of you will be what we call game changers, and some of you will not. But it takes more than game changers to make things happen. Collectively, your contributions to our society will be huge, absolutely huge. Our graduating education majors certainly have the opportunity to inspire people. However, all of you, as you go through your personal life and your careers, you will meet many people, and you too will have the same opportunity to inspire. You have already touched many people and will continue to do so. Likewise, you have been touched, and you will continue to be touched by others. All of you acting in your own best interest will benefit others and add to the greater good. I want to repeat that. All of you acting in your own best interest will benefit others and add to the greater good. This is the outcome from a basic economic principle that can only fully manifest itself in a free country and a free economy. One thing that I urge all of you to do as you move forward in your personal life and your careers is to not compromise your ethical values, values that you have uncovered, discovered, that you hold and embrace. You need to pay close attention to your ethics. In recent years, there have been many ethical lapses in both the private sector and in government. For example, what comes to mind from a few years ago would be Enron, WorldCom, and Tyco. More recently, Bernie Madoff. Granted, these are very extreme cases, but there are smaller ethical lapses as well that have hurt our society and hurt the citizens of our country. If I told you that I never had an ethical lapse, that would be a lie. But what I can tell you truthfully is that from early on, I learned that ethics were important. From early on, I learned that sticking to your ethical principles might make it harder to achieve your goals. It may take a little longer, but it will speak volumes about who you are and what you believe in. You know, you might wonder how Enron, WorldCom, Tyco, Bernie Madoff got to the point that they did. I can tell you I'm sure it started with just small ethical lapses. Maybe nobody got hurt. And that escalated into larger ethical lapses, where maybe somebody got hurt, but not all that much. Eventually, it continued to escalate to the point that it became blatant fraud. Ethical lapses are very much like embezzlement. It always starts out small. It's never intended to get big, but it continues to grow, sometimes exponentially. Eventually, it's out of control, it's discovered, and generally, it's made public. In short, I urge you not to get on this slippery slope. Stick to your principles and pursue your personal and career objectives, paying close attention to behaving and acting in an ethical manner. Each and every one of you has been a very important part of this university. In fact, you are the reason it exists. Future students that are coming here and those that are still here are the reason it will continue to operate. You have received the tools to ply your trade. You have made lasting friendships, and trust me, you will be missed by everybody here. While you have been here, you have witnessed growth, not only in the student body, but in our facilities as well. Recently, we completed our new engineering building and the remodeling and expansion of Olsvik Hall. As you probably know, Chancellor Marquis will soon be retiring, and I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge his great contributions to this institution and its students. His vision, his energy, his foresightedness, his enthusiasm, and his perseverance have made many great contributions to this university and to its students, and will benefit students forever. He will be missed. The Board of Regents will have very big shoes to fill in finding his replacement. However, I can assure you that he loves this university. His heart will always be here, and he will always be involved in supporting the UW-Platteville in many, many ways. I also need to acknowledge our faithful and generous alumni, our faculty, our staff, our parents, and our students, whose contributions, both large and small, have made this university successful and have been a big part of our growth and our expansion and are becoming more necessary than ever before. I have been on the UW-Platteville Foundation Board for 8 years now, and this group of people, I'm just overwhelmed by their generosity and the contributions that they have made to this university. This has been a special place for them and remains a special place. Thus, we have their generous support. I want you to leave here today celebrating and being proud of your great accomplishment, looking forward to your future, and knowing that you will make your community and the world a better place. To the extent possible, keep up the friendships you have made and come back and visit us once in a while. Above all, live your life and conduct yourself in a way knowing that you will always be able to say, "I did the right thing."
Thank you, Fred. Each year, our faculty and the Alumni Association recognize alumni who have brought honor to the university. Since our alumni include winners of the Nobel and Pulitzer Prizes, members of the U.S. Congress and Wisconsin legislature, presidents of major corporations, the choices are never easy. Today, we honor a distinguished alumna who's modeled for the graduating class and in recognition of their achievements and contributions. Biographies of the honorees is in your commencement program. Mrs. Gail Harvey Kemper had for over 40 years a career as a middle school librarian. She is known for her work in designing the Middle School Library Media Center at Patrick Marsh School in Sun Prairie. She is also a recipient of the Crystal Apple Award. Gail contracted polio at an early age. In her adulthood, she co-founded the Madison Area Post-Polio Support Group, an organization for polio survivors, spouses, family members, and friends with the mission of building relationships, sharing polio-related information, and gaining new knowledge about the disease and syndromes. Gail, our congratulations and appreciation to you. Your accomplishments have brought honors to you and to your alma mater. Thank you. Mr. David Allen, President of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, will now announce the award of Alumni Life Membership. Mr. Allen, please.
Chancellor Marquis, Provost, University Deans, faculty and staff, family and guests of today's graduates. On behalf of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville Alumni Association, it is indeed my pleasure and honor to congratulate you, the May 2009 commencement class. You have now become part of the history and the traditions of this university. At this time, I would like to recognize those individuals receiving lifetime memberships into the Alumni Association. For this semester, we have selected 6 individuals as recipients. 3 are graduating this afternoon. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing, and we will applaud when all 3 have been recognized. The first is Megan Fecht, graduating with a bachelor's degree in psychology from Potosi, Wisconsin. Second, Larissa Larson, graduating with a bachelor's degree in chemistry and criminal justice from Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. And third, Jenna Walsh, graduating with a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Congratulations. It is our hope and desire that all graduates today will continue to support and be involved with UW-Platteville. Join AlumNation, our online community, and seek out opportunities to stay connected. Volunteers can serve on college alumni chapter boards, they can plan to attend alumni events in their area, or they can come back to UW-Platteville. In just a couple of weeks, the Bilsa Golf outing will be taking place, and next fall's homecoming is a wonderful chance to come back and connect with friends. There are many, many ways to stay connected and to be an active alum. As you start the next chapter of your life, take pride in your degree that you received today, because you join the other 46,000 alums who have graduated from this university and who are proud to be pioneers. Thank you.
We are extremely proud of all of our graduates, and shortly we'll recognize each one of them. However, I would like to give special recognition to a group who have distinguished themselves throughout their academic careers. The undergraduate students graduating with academic honors are designated with asterisks in the commencement program and are wearing gold honor stoles. Would those individuals who have achieved highest honors and are graduating summa cum laude please rise and remain standing? These students have earned cumulative grade point averages between 3.75 and a perfect 4.0. Now, would those students who have achieved honors and are graduating magna cum laude please rise and remain standing? These students have earned cumulative grade point averages between 3.5 and 3.74. Please join me in acknowledging the accomplishments. Now would all of the individuals who are about to receive their bachelor's degree please stand. Chancellor, as Provost, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed the curricula prescribed by the university faculty for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science and are entitled to receive their degrees from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. I therefore recommend that these candidates be granted the appropriate diplomas for the curricula completed.
Upon this certification by the Provost and Vice Chancellor that you have completed the requirements established by the university faculty for the various degrees and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin system, I am pleased to confer upon you the degrees which you have earned, together with all the rights and privileges attending thereto. Congratulations. Please be seated. Each of the graduates will cross the stage and receive congratulations. As you applaud your graduates, please be respectful of all of those around you. Will the deans now present the degree recipients?
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science please rise? Mr. Chancellor, as Dean of the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science, and representing the college faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science. Will the recipients please come forward?
Michael Stephen Diamico. John Joseph Acom III. Mark Allen Onse. Stephen Lawrence Prouty. Dan A. Azarian. Matthew S. Backus. Michael Joseph Backus. Jared Pearson Boggins. Mara Jane Beckwar. Ashley Jean Beisenstein. Cynthia Sue Belkey. Tracy Lee Benish. Marcus John Behrens. Corey James Berg. Jennifer Lynn Berg. Kyle Lucas Barron. Scott Daniel Brabender. Jason Edward Balgren. Michael T. Beretta. Tara Ray Burr. Alyssa Ann Butterfield. Mark A. Klaas. Frederick Howard Clark. Benjamin Scott Dahlberg. Nicholas Adam David. Marcus Allen Davidson. Vanessa Rochelle Davis. Mark Allen Degner. Stephanie Marie Delafer. Blake Allen Devich. Joseph A. Diekfus. Carlin Francis Deneen. David W. Doctorman. Matthew Robert Dolphin. Eric J. Doro. Kevin Joseph Dreger. Mark Norbert Drykosen. Dana L. Drochner. Zachary S. Esterling. Sarah Lynn Foss. Sue Marie Farber. Sean William Ferris. George Thomas Feckhelm II. Nathaniel James Fearman. Douglas Richard Fieldbinder. Jacob Andrew Freeberg. Dapika Genju. Jerlo Banai Jempero. William Harris Gilbert. Sean Michael Glazer. Kyle Michael Gonner. David M. Goodchild. Justin Lee Goodrich. Michael Joseph Greiner Jr. Brian J. Gressel. John Thomas Gritter. Michael Stephen Hagel. Brandon L. Hager. Ashley Elizabeth Halligan. Benjamin Robert Halls. Joshua E. Hansen. Andrew J. Hawkins. John Michael Helt. Adam Mark Hetrick. Kurt E. Heidi. Ryan Patrick Higgins. Brian Schutnecht Hoff. Jonathan David Hoffman. Andrew John Humke. Molly Jane Ilton. Michael C. Johannek. Ryan Michael Joyce. Ali Karbasi. Amber Marie Kostelik. Douglas Peter Kirst. Samantha Ray Klapastaskas. Paul Allen Klein. Andrew James Cleets. Adam Thomas Knight. Jennifer Lynn Kopiski. Brian Jeffrey Koth. Brandon Thomas Klaas. Charles John Kraft. Andrew T. Kraus. David Joseph Kritzarek. Jason Joseph Kress. Afton Alexandria Lazan. Brett T. Leslie. Matthew T. Lundberg. Joseph Gregory Malkowski. David Elliott Mansky. Daniel Mark Marquardt. Patrick Joseph Marshall. Tricia Nicole Mason. Ryan Ralph McLean. Matthew John McGill. Robert Wayne McKinney. Adam Philip Mentink. Robert Lawrence Merkel. Brett Allen Metzger. Danielle Jennifer Michalika. Catherine L. Milanowski. Megan Marie Murphy. Michael John Nell. Andrew Philip Nikolai. Christopher James Notham. Joseph Patrick Nowak. Eric M. Olson. David Matthew Oland. Matthew James Pfeiffer. Adam W. Post. Kyle B. Rafak. Gregory Scott Rajek. Daniel Nelson Rambo. Leandra A. Reshley. Matthew Kyle Regie. Drew William Rockefeller. Seth R. Rooney. Ryan Allen Rollins. Kyle Irving Roof. David John Rulsey. Russell Andrew Rupplinger. Joseph W. Schlimgen. Christopher D. Schmitz. Nicole Louise Shanebeck. Scott Frederick Shaneman. Kyle J. Shelkey. Frederick C. Shunke. Chad Robert Seebecker. Anthony David Seibel. Tyler John Siegel. Christopher Ryan Smith. Ryan Thomas Smith. James Allen Sawatsky. Heather Ann Stabo. Jesse James Stanton. Erica Lee Stevens. Amanda Marine Stubbe. Andrew Arthur Shapaniak. Zach William Tiffany. Matthew James Van Egren. Jolene Lynn Van Pelt. Thomas Robert Veit. Jason William Vokraт. Zachary Daniel Walzak. Jesse David Waldecker. Jenna Gail Walsh. Jason David Watson. Sarah Ann Whiteman. Adam M. Wigman. Joshua Paul Wittig. Daniel William Wojtnowski. Andrew Christian Woodman. Chu Z Yang. Tyler James Young. Garrett Edward Zielsdorf. Matthew John Zertzloff. Hatem A. M. Zaki. Amanda Sue Hobson. Russell John Gessel. Sorry. Okay.
Congratulations and good fortune to all the new graduates, and we welcome you back often. Please be seated.
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Liberal Arts and Education please rise? Mr. Chancellor, as Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Education and representing the college faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Liberal Arts and Education. Will the recipients please come forward?
Eugene Colton Worley. Kelly Christine Grandin. Sandra D. Ackerman. Michael Patrick Honorable. Margaret Jean Armstrong. Justin Scott Athey. Matthew Mark Barros. Sarah Marie Beddish. Thomas Michael Behrens, Jr. Erica Lynn Boatman. Catherine Ray Brewer. Kayla Marie Brinks. Tila Helen Carden. Andrew Charles Chandler. Hannah K. Klingman. Joseph William Crouch. Matthew Arthur Cryer. Tony Marie Doms. Elizabeth Christine Marie Dibe. Julius Leon Davis. Corey P. Digman. Benjamin David Dingman. Douglas Allen Ducklow. Michelle Rose Ebert. Timothy Ellis Eichhold. Katie Lucille Etheridge. Mark Daniel Fairchild. Kathleen Margaret Fatzinger. Megan Marie Fecht. Matthew Stephen Feldman. Samantha Irene Fariance. Thomas Rodney Fariance. Sarah Nicole Fierst. Amy Elizabeth Fisher. Brittany Nicole Fishnick. Megan Jean Fredrickson. Amy Marie Gali. Maria Luciana Gallo. Jessica Carol Gerner. Mackenzie Vivian Gilson. Vanessa Ann Glatt. Victoria Lee Goblish. Valerie K. Goals. Miranda Ray Goner. Thomas S. Gunderson. Tricia Brianne Hall. Philip David Hansen. Alicia Nicole Harris. Lynn Marie Hartung. Tiffany Marie Hess. Benjamin John Hicks. Angie K. Hillary. Stephen P. Hintz. Kyle D. Huggart. Timothy J. Edis. Lauren Michelle Yunser. Nicole M. Kaiser. Catherine Ann Karsten. Emmeline Mary Caw. Quinn Ann Kelly. Nicole Francis Keeler. Melissa L. Klang. Ryan C. Nucky. Heather K. Konachek. Lindsay C. Kowaleski. Gretchen Eileen Cradwell. Caitlin Marie Christ. Christopher Kelly Kunert. Jacqueline Marie Kerpiers. Larissa K. Larson. Erica Lee Lawler. David Scott Lawson. Don D. Lewis. Peter Arthur Lair. Lana Joan Leck. Zachary John Moss. Heather Ann Matheson. Heather Jean Main. Daniel Andrew Meyer. Jenna Margie Mesera. Matthew John Mesera. Samuel A. Miller. Bennett Fitzgerald Morris. Andrew Lawrence Mum. Samantha Lee Murphy. Mark Thomas Myrie. Craig Matthew Nettig. Paul Eugene Nishek. Matthew Christian Niehaus. Lindsay Nicole Neiman. Regina Nomanson. Jennifer Lynn O'Brien. Nicole Marlene Oshman. Laura Jean Patterson. Danielle Marie Pawn. Jennifer Lynn Peniston. Lauren Meredith Pleward. Nicole Wanda Pranke. Samantha Beth Pulse. Rebecca A. Puda. Melissa Ann Putzel. Sandra Ann Rosinski. Alexandra White Radell. Robert Scott Redunzel. Mary Kathleen Rajek. Christine Dorothy Ramharder. Jessica Rady. Natalie Joan Redfern. Michael Paul Regner. Nathan J. Richardson. Crystal Marie Rinneker. Christy Marie Richard. Allison Beth Ross Glendenning. Brittany Jean Sabel. Morgan Lynn Sauter. Amy Elizabeth Shackman. Alicia Susan Schauer. Rebecca Deanna Schilling. Laura E. Schreiber. Jamie Lee Schrupp. Takama David Shimoyama. Sean Allen Shotliff. Marshall F. Smith. Shaquita Sharon Smith. Cody Lee Spears. Amy Jo Stark. Ashley Marie Steffensmeyer. Chase Thomas Sukla. Marcia Lynn Toddy. Alicia Mary Taylor. Christopher Charles Terrell. Heather Marie Timmel. Luke J. Tonelli. Jason Paul Voller. Amanda Marie Valaket. Jamie Lynn Van Haren. Dana Ann Vanier. Devin Christopher Wallace. Sandra D. Warren Swenson. Nicole Ray Wengert. Tiffany Sarah Willis. Matthew William Wittenweiler. Katie Lynn Zaki. Aaron L. Ziegelbauer. Renee M. Zimmer.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Liberal Arts and Education, I give you our sincerest congratulations and best wishes. You may be seated.
This ceremony would not have been possible without the time and effort so generously given by so many groups and individuals. The members of the Commencement Committee are listed in your program. Ms. Laura Screedy, Director Emeritus of Campus Police, has served as Commencement Marshal. Laurel. The names of the graduates were read by Dave Kiefhofer. The student ambassadors distributed programs and organized seating for audience members. Media Technology Services is responsible for broadcasting the ceremony. Our technical service staff has provided voice support. Jamie Lynn Heron led the singing. The Symphonics Wind Ensemble, under the direction of Barry Ellis, deserves our appreciation for their music accompanying today's ceremony. Will all of these individuals please rise and be recognized by everyone? As we say farewell to our graduates, I want to give them the opportunity to recognize those who have guided them through college life with gentle prodding, friendly assistance, and the faculty and staff of this university. The university faculty, staff, and administrators, would you please rise and be recognized by the graduates? Thank you for your outstanding work. Today, we especially recognize the dedicated and exemplary service of our colleagues who have retired from their teaching or administrative duties since the beginning of the fall term. These 7 individuals together have served the institution for 153 years. I think most are not here at this time at this ceremony, but I'll just mention their names: Richard Carmen, Robert Friedrich, Deborah Lewis, Michael Lewis, Luann Marquis, Jesse Reinstein, and Laurel Screedy. And I wanted all of this group to recognize a number of years of service from the group. And thank you for sharing your time and talent with this university community. The last person or group that I'd like to recognize are a very special group of people. Like the faculty, staff, and administrators of our campus, these individuals have been teachers, counselors, and mentors for many, many years to all of our students. That's the parents, the grandparents, significant others that are here in the audience. I'd like all of those individuals that have been supporting our graduates today to rise and be recognized by everyone. As you know, many would not be here without that support and that assistance, so thank you so much. At this point in time, we need to do our alma mater, so turn to page 44 in the commencement program. And join Jamie Van Haren in singing our alma mater. This is graded.
Alma mater, grand and glorious, we shall ever be victorious. Loyal are we to you, dear Platteville, long years there will be. We shall win her honor. Praise be ever on her. Onward, upward to the fore, none shall falter evermore. Alma mater, grand and glorious, wrought by loyalty.
Please be seated. The commencement ceremony has been videotaped and will be televised tonight at 6 p.m. on Campus TV 5. The ceremony will also be available on the UWP website. Look for a link off the homepage. Please remain seated until the faculty have left the gymnasium. The graduates will remain to greet parents, relatives, friends in the gymnasium.
As we conclude this 182nd commencement, there's one very special recognition that we all must make. Our graduates, and many of you in the audience know that Dr. David Marquis, our chancellor, has announced his retirement the end of this summer. Chancellor Marquis is the 13th leader of this great university and has led the institution for 13 years. Under his leadership, campus enrollment has grown by over 40%. There have been significant facility improvements and building additions. New 21st century academic programs have been added. The university has extended its reach through online degree programs and through collaborative degree programs with the UW colleges. Top-notch faculty and academic staff deliver high-quality education programs. And we have found alumni and friends with the affinity and means to invest private funds in this institution. Please join me in expressing our sincere appreciation for Chancellor Markey and wish him the best in his retirement. Please stand.
Thank you very, very much. It's well appreciated by both Luann and I. Thank you.